Logging in. How's everybody doing? It's another Monday. Hi, Kitty. Did you hear my voice? I should start talking to myself earlier. Because it feels like you just came over because you heard me talking. Maybe I need to do vocal warm-ups. You are a good kitty. All right. Off to sleeps with you. Hope you have a nice weekend. You too. My kebabs went bad while I was in. If my kebabs went bad, that means somebody else logged in. Can't help but notice it's February. That means somebody else played the game. But who? Also, how's everything looking for everybody? Does it look crisper or cleaner in here? I tried to configure... Oh, temporal storm in 1.5 minutes. That's a classic sign somebody else has been on. They're just like, I don't want to sit through this. And they're like, you know what? This will be great stream material. All right. Well, my red meat aged. Except for this. This red meat is spoiling. Man, I had so much of it too. Something rotted in there. That's normal. I've got so many foodstuffs. Dehydrated fruits, good for 2.5 years. Oh, by the way, I'm Old Man Sugarheart. Good morning. Hope you're having a great day. I'm playing Vintage Story today. We don't have a lot more time. You know what day it is? With everything being expired now. One thing that may not be expired would be my cheese. Let me check in the cheese cave to see how things are going. Whoop. I put up some blue lights here. I was looking for cheap lighting sources. And we had a blueprint for Jonas lights. Silver wolves. Welcome to the party. Wait, this isn't where I keep the cheese. Got 30 minutes, 30 seconds. Grab the cheese and go. Yes! Oh, it's beautiful. We have blue cheeses. So need the flour. That I do need to go down here for. Silver Wolves joined, Silver Wolves left. They're not dealing with the temporal storm. They're like, you know what? Nah. I'll log in a bit. Silver Wolves joined. They're like, you know what? I'll join. Return to play. Okay. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whew. All right. We've got this lovely wax cheese here too. Fresh for 33 years. Okay. So we're gonna make cheese pie. Should throw other things in there too. Probably some prepared red meat. And maybe some vegetables? Like, what do you put in a cheese pie? You put fruit? Dehydrated pears? What do you mean you're spoiling? Like, I hung these all up at the same time. One of these shouldn't spoil faster than the others. Hey, get out of here. Alright. So what's the most delicious thing I have aside from that? Pickled vegetables? 80 satiety. 80. 70. Oh, you're drying. Maybe you become better. Oh, yeah. Cabbage. So like cabbage and aged red meat along with the blue cheeses. That's gonna be a fine pie. So the wolves got killed by nightmare bowtorns and nightmare drifters. Okay, so you remember your quarry. I do remember your quarry. Yeah, I went in there and I did some things. I may have adjusted it slightly. Believe it or not, I needed andesite stone. And I didn't realize you had them all in like a giant box nearby. So I may have made some tactical errors. All right, we need flagstone. Take 20 of those. Hear him outside, scratching at the door. And so, like, I started mining in your area. Sorry about that. Okay. Floor cheese, that's fine. Get a couple of slices of these. Oh my, that is quite the vertical mine shaft. Yeah. So the thinking was blue cheese pie. All right, I put a little blue cheese in there. You take this prepared meat. I really prepare it. You know what? I need the butcher knife. Yeah, throw a rock at me. See if I care. That area was meant to be a farm for drifters, good for storms, safe. Well, is it safe? I mean, like, that's where they live, right? Give me my cleaver. Well, they get stuck on ladders and the slabs. And the slabs let us bap them. Okay, I may have to like hop down there and see. Oh, whoops. I forgot why I went and got the cleaver. Wanted to cleave you guys and to chop raw meat nuggets. Okay, so I've got some meat in there now. We had a little cabbage. I think there's room for one more thing. Let's get some fruit in there. Ooh, pink lady apples. The way to go. Can I chop up apples? No? Okay, I'll just put a whole ass apple in there. I'm making the finest pie ever made right now. I am partial to like the slightly open lattice. What's going on? Oh, hi. Meant to be safe in here too. All right, get in there. All right, first cheese pie. Heard a clank. Oh, I reached level 3 in temporal adaptation. Sounds great. I don't know why it got so dangerous in here. It used to be a fairly safe place. Right, how are you doing? Part baked? That's fine. Oh, you're all the way baked now. Get out before you get burned. Chop, 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 chop. Chop, 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 chop. Yeah, this has been my go-to activity for temporal storms is cooking. Then cabbage. Like, very few things spawn in here. The lighting is pretty decent. I am very happy with how things are going right now. This is it. This was the goal I set, like making a really good cheese pie. Several really good cheese pies. Why aren't you stacking? Did I not? 480, 480, 930. You're the same. Oh, one different quality ratings on my pies. Meat, cabbage, apple, dough. I've got this raw pie. Meat, cabbage, apple, dough. Well, this is it. This is what the moment we've all been waiting for. Delicious cheese pie. All right. This is a blue cheese red meat chunk, specifically goat meat, aged goat meat, cabbage, and pink lady apple pie. The greatest food source I've ever made. I eat you. And it was great. So like I've got a 2,000 hunger bar here. Like I'm pretty sure like the default is like 300 for people. And so these were filling up nearly 1,000 on every bite. Been great. No! Somebody burnt a pie. So close. Well, I guess you'll be fresh for longer then. $87 days versus 57 days. But like, what's the quality? Bad. Okay. Still got some blue cheese. I need just a little bit of water. Like, normally I wouldn't leave with things in the oven, but we can make this run. Oh, hey, Silverwolves, would you like to come enjoy some tasty pie? You've been a big part of this playthrough as well. You finally got that living undead to spawn. Took a break, but yeah, you would. Let's see. Here's a delicious cheese pie for you. Some of my finest work ever. Honestly, like one of the biggest accomplishments you can make in this game. Like, to recap what it takes to make cheese pie for those viewing at home. Like, the dough you need flax for, so you need a farm. You need flour. You need a farm. You need like some kind of grain, rice, flax, rye, all sorts of things. You need a bucket. To get a bucket, you need planks. To get planks, you need a saw. To get saw, you need to be in like the metal age. And so like those are a lot of things just to get the pie crust. And then I'll cover the cheese last. These red meat nuggets, you need to be able to kill an animal before it kills you. For one. I mean, you could do that with like a stone spear. That's not too hard. You do need a knife. You can use a stone knife. But to like cut it up into like little red meat nuggets, you need to well, to make prepared red meat. You hang up the red meat here, let it dry. Then you prepare it with a knife. Then what you do... Oh wait, do I have any pies cooking? I don't have any pies cooking right now. Welcome in. Glad to see you again. I think I need to reheat the oven a little bit. But yeah, we've got copper meat hooks. Which we use to prepare the meat. Then we use a knife. Or we use the meat hooks to age the meat. Then we use a knife to prepare the meat. And then we use a cleaver to chop the meat. these delicious meat nuggets. Do you need a knife? Help yourself to some pie. Yeah, you got a knife. Everyone's got a knife. How is it? Delicious? Very nice. How many streams did you miss? Like 12, yeah. It's been a while. Hey, want to see something spooky? I do. Let me finish baking these pies. Alright, so that's how you get the meat nuggets. The cabbages are simple. You just grow them with everything else. The apples, you have to pick from a tree. That's not so bad. But the cheese requires like a little bit of every job. Like, first, you need milk. So you have to go into like animal husbandry. You have to capture goats. You have to have a barn, a place to feed them. You have to have enough grain to keep them fed. Let's see, then you need a bucket. You need to milk them after they've reproduced. And with the early generations, it might actually be a little rough. We just handle compost here in the kitchen. Don't tell the health inspector. So then we took the cheese. We combined it with vinegar, which was an aged fruit in a barrel. Or the milk. Knock, knock, health inspector. Nothing to see here. Pay no attention to the fact that there is no sink in this kitchen. But you get the milk, you boil it, you pasteurize it. You combine that with vinegar, which is fruit that died in a barrel. Some leftover bread. I'm gonna put more flour in there. Cabbages and apples. You need to mine halite, which you can grind into salt.
Thanks, Granddad.
You need fibers that you can sew into like a cheesecloth. It was a whole ordeal. Then you like squeeze it out, you salt it. You need the blue cheese we made is actually surprisingly difficult. Because you need to store the cheese at like a certain temperature in a certain light level and keep it exposed to the outdoors. So you need like a cheese cave like we made. Hey, it's the feller. What's up, man? Not too much. Once his chance, twice might be follow. Yeah, yeah. Thank you for the follow. Good to see you. What is that? It's a skull of the dead. Okay. Okay. Alright. What the heck is this? Skull of the dead, spine attached. Lovely. To slowly drain the life from nearby creatures. Okay, so like, I'm a nearby creature. How we doing? Ow. It do go bite bite. Slap, 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 slap. Other click to pick up. Ah. Okay, and so what do we do with these? We just like place them outside the base? You finally got the hand of the undead. Alright, what is all of this? I slap this. Dead? Like, I don't see him anywhere in the handbook. Wait, there was one. Skull of the Dead. Hand of the Dead. Add a candle to make an extraordinary light source. Light level 22, that's pretty good. It's the highest I've seen. Like the Jonas lamps I made are light level 20. Living Dead. Okay. Well, there they are. Do they do anything? Is it the two things or is there more cool stuff? Full chandelier. Alright, did you hang it up anywhere? Think it's just the two? There we go. And there it is. Alright. I won't tell the health inspector about that either. I mean, I've dealt with health inspectors before. They usually show up in underwear. That's not unusual. Alright. Dealt with. I mean, like, oof. Like, I don't have a vested interest in, like, my company's well-being, but the health inspector was, like, really distracting. Like, he showed up at, like, the lunch rush, and I'm trying to get things done, and he's like, "You're not going to do that, are you?" And I'm like, hang on. Like, he snapped my brain, which had, like, 4 orders in it. I'm like, what did he mean? What's he thinking of? And then he marked something in his book. It was like, didn't do X immediately. And I'm like, okay. Hello, goats. I think I lost a goat somewhere along the way. Whoa. Oh, is that where the chandelier is now? Well, you just put it. All right. These are my goats. I could have 3, but one has mysteriously disappeared. Oh, I think the lighting looks great in here now. These are 2nd generation goats. They're pretty chill for the most part. But yeah, I had 3, one disappeared. I think I accidentally hit it with a sword. I didn't eat that one. I did eat their parents. That's what's in the pie. Good morning, Sugar. Good morning, B-Cent. It's the same as a good lantern of gold or silver lining. So like gold or silver lanterns sparkle like 2 light better than regular lanterns? That's pretty cool. Maybe Sugar miscount? I didn't. Or maybe I did. I mean, it wouldn't be miscounting if I knew exactly what it was. Speaking of which, gotta keep the cheese going. Ooh. Oh man, I already put away the thing. Hey, I've got booze. Whoops. Did not mean to get a full bucket of booze. I've got Perry. Is there something I can do with Perry? Distill into pear brandy? Let's see how you make strong. Okay, so let's turn you into pear brandy. How do I distill? Initial step in making alcohol is to ferment your raw materials in a barrel fruit press. Honey and flour will result in cider wine, yada yada yada. The next step of alcohol making is distilling. You will need a boiler and a condenser. Oh? Boiler can be fueled with firewood. Place a bucket under the condenser. Okay. We might have these things. But nah, you can put a lining of gold, silver, and electrum in any lantern and it'll boost the light level a good bit. Oh. Alright, distill? No. Boiler? We got a boiler. Do we have a condenser? We have a condenser. Hey, that's all we need. Science. Did I make cheese? I sure did. Look, I got cheese pie. We used every part of the goat in this thing. Alright, where am I going to put this distillery? Down here at the bottom? Let's move the jug. Move slightly. All right. So you are empty and cold. Add tinder. When you say tinder, it says it wants dry grass, but like I got firewood. All right. You do need dry grass. Did you make cheese? I know, right? This is blue cheese pie, too. That's the hardest kind of cheese to make. Make sure you have a stone under the boiler. When you say stone under the boiler, you gotta find marble stone under the boiler then. Or do you mean like it needs to be you can't like have a flammable surface under it. Don't want to catch the surrounding wood on fire. Okay. You may have saved us all. definitely would have destroyed this whole property. In which case, maybe I put it up here? This is the safest place. Come with me, boiler. Down there is safer, adjacent to the wall of stone. Okay, so what you're suggesting is that I hack these bits away. Then we got the shiny marble floor. And we slap the condenser here. Beautiful. Always go safe and make sure everything is surrounded by blocks or non-flammable. That makes a lot of sense, and I've been doing that. But today, I was feeling a little brave. Okay. Boom, tinder. And so now, firewood? How much parry can you hold? $30 Okay. Now, do I need some kind of storage device like under it, right? Like this jug? All right. Now we attempt the booze. Get water in the condenser and a bucket under it too. When you say, okay. Water in the condenser. Like that? Yeah, like you're making actual moonshine. You say that like everyone makes moonshine. I mean, I've definitely drank some. You don't? I've made beer. That's about as hardcore as I've gotten. I did manage to blow that up at one point. Made my entire apartment smell like bread for like months. But yeah. It's not a proper distillery unless it explodes at least one point. Okay, other than that, I got apple juice. I can make like a hard cider, I suppose. I mean, we got like tons of fruit. We can just make things forever. Oop. Hey, we've got enough cottage cheese here. I can go through the cheese making process one more time. Grab some salt. This will be a treat for Beeson. who missed the cheese making process, I believe. I have a stick, right? Of course I have a stick. What I need is linen. This one. The condenser, sir. There were words. I missed them, and my cat's moving. Bye, kitty. Well, hey, boy. Grew up poor and in the South? Well, I grew up poor in the North. That's really the problem. Okay. Yeah, you've been going to bed on time recently? Not today, obviously. Alright. So, we got the cottage cheese. We put it in a bag. Take the stick and then we give it a squeeze. So it's a treat to see the stream. Look at my raw cheese wheel. We salt it. Come with me, knife or cloth. And then I take the cheese bundle to the cheese cave, or the cheese wheel to the cheese cave. Gotta remember the directions to the cheese cave. The base got kind of big. The Jonas lamps make it a little creepy. Ooh, is this Vintage Story? It is Vintage Story. Oh, it's so good. Alright, and this is my cheese cave. Put the cheese wheel in here. If I turn off the lights, you can see it's super dark in here. It's a necessity to make blue cheese. It'll ripen in 14 days. In-game time, that is March 7th. We'll have blue cheese in there. Did I build a heart on the map yet? I didn't do that this time. In the first game, when I was working and making like an apiary for like bees and stuff, I arranged the flowers in my heart logo shape. I did get my heart logo in the game. It's right here. I carved it into the well. This is larch wooden planks and red ceiling tiles. You know, if I did Vintage Story for a living, I would carve the heck out of this. Just spend days and days carving everything. The European mind cannot comprehend the American cheese caves. I mean, like, you guys invented cheese. But, yeah, we do have the most impressive cheese caves here. I mean, like, we just produce so much dairy that there's no place to reasonably put it all. And, like, we can't drink milk fast enough to not... we can't drink milk fast enough to use it all. Whoop, whoop. Considered a waste product somewhat, yeah. And so, like, we needed to make massive amounts of cheese. That's where, like, the whole government cheese program came into play. You guys, brother, born and raised in U.S. soil? Oh, sorry. You told me a second ago you were born poor and in the South. When you said the European mind can't comprehend, I thought you meant like your mind, but yeah, I got confused for a moment. Want to have a proper show of the thing? Yeah, yeah, show me your quarry. Let's go do the thing. Oh my gosh, that avatar is so cute. Like a little grandpa. Yeah. It's based on me and my uncle and Chibi Santa Claus. Not gonna lie, I did throw a little of him in the mix. Alright. Going down. He's immune to fall damage. I'm not. But if I grab the ladder, I won't die. I carved out like this area for bonus monster murdering. What are you gonna do? Get closer. Alright, so you built this contraption. And so is this the safe place? So they climb up. Oh, so they crawl beneath us and they climb and then we can like smack them. I hear noises. Yeah, you can hit me with rocks, but rocks don't hurt. And then you can just harvest them here. And this is your bed. This is where you live, huh? Why is Silver naked? Lots of reasons. Silver is naked because of some class and race benefits. They can move extremely fast, survive in cold. She's got like the nudist skill, which is somewhere in here. That survival skill? Nudist. So like movement speed boosted, health up, temperature resistance up, decrease hunger rate. They've got that going for them. I opted the route of wearing clothes, personally. This is my winter gear. You know what? I actually look a little horrifying. I do have like some serial killer vibes about me. I am wearing Black Bear. It's very nice. As a nudist, I find that funny. Yeah. But you prefer the mobility. Yeah, this works best when paired with something else. So one person is low enough ability to encourage spawns, and then the other kills them. Yeah. Silver, fun fact, if you're low on what? Look at him go. You're low on stability. Killing drifters increases it. Oh, well, that's neat. He died. One hit from a nightmare. It did hurt. Not gonna lie. In fact, I'll band-aid a little bit. So one of the reasons I expanded this horrifying mine shaft, like, I needed stone, but I also found this cave up here. This was my clever idea. I'm like, oh, hey, dudes. Into the pit. Alright, well, it's not working great. Oh, I'm about to die. I'm gonna survive. I choose life. As long as they don't throw a rock at me, I'll be fine. But the idea was I could lure them into falling into the pit. The water here is noisy. This is the water slide that goes to the water wheel. Oh god. I got ground up. You need some band-aids. Whoop. Take a brief dip. I mean, like, my armor is fresh and clean, and I've got some nice clothes. I don't think I'm gonna freeze even when wet. But yeah, I'm gonna have to collect a bunch of box and fill that area. I do have some horrible news. I was planning on stopping playing Vintage Story at some point. Like, after 100 episodes, the views on YouTube tend to dip, and I might possibly need to move on. Do you want the server files so that you can keep playing? And I hear moaning. Let me heal up here. Nah, you've always been playing with someone, or meh? Yeah. Hi, kitty. I mean, a lot of the fun in this game comes from starting from scratch. Like, it is a game I think I could play for like 3 months without getting bored of it. I brought up a new cozy game that just came out on Discord. You're excited to play it, but you don't have time until after class. Are we talking about Cozy Grove Campground? I think that's what it's called. Something like that. I mean, have you done the story stuff? I have not done the story stuff yet. Part of me is thinking, like, I don't want to do the story stuff until it gets fully developed. Like, the game's still in progress, and I think the story stuff ends abruptly currently. So I kind of want to, like, hold off on that. I think I'll play it again. All right, you remember asking the last time I was here? Yeah, that was you. All right, what else do we need to do? Okay, so we made cheese pie. Cheese pie is amazing. 92% dried, this wet seaweed sheet. So we're not quite to sushi. We're very close, though. Let it air dry. When you say air dry, you dry faster. In my hand. Fresh for 2 hours. Well, now I'm concerned. Feels like you have to dry in there. Maybe I could hang some of it up. Am I ruining these? Cozy Grove Camp Spirit. That's the one. Yeah, I was thinking of that. You sneeze so hard your stomach muscles cramped? What the hell? Ooh. Hi, kitty. Have I tried oven? I've not tried oven. Hang on. So I got wet seaweed sheets. 4 days on average dries into dried seaweed sheet. Requires 24 hours. But do they? It just says let it air dry. You bake the dried seaweed sheets in the oven. There might be a drying rack you can craft. Instead of hooks. Let's see. Drying rack. Ruined drying racks. Not here. Dry, 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 dry. Bone staff? Tell me about drying. I knew you could like dry fruit in like the oven. Or you can dry them. I don't know, maybe like taking them out of the cellar. Maybe if they were like stored outside. Can I just pick this up? They won't last as long. But for some reason, like the freshness of this like got boosted. What have you done? Have you mixed them? All right. Winter might also dry it slower. That might be true. One thing we can do is we can grind some more seaweed in case we mess up this batch. We don't have a lot more seaweed. But yeah, that is like the other complicated thing I'd like to cook. What else can I make? Like I think we've reached peak kitchen efficiency. Whoops. Make you tannin again. And so, like, are there any other cooking experiments we can do? Like, is there anything cooking-wise that you've always wanted to try? Because I think we have everything. That is my firm belief. What have I got? Your vinegar. The brandy's done? The brandy's done. Let me get a lovely bottle. 1 liter of pear brandy. Ooh. There more? Have you tried some brandy? Good stuff. Is there enough water in there? There's enough water in there. Get some more firewood. Let's start a fire now that we're mildly drunk. But we made booze. Well, that was fun. I mean, I've got apple juice. What happened to 1 of the liters of apple juice? Haven't touched it? That's fine. So... recipes. We could try making like a yogurt or breakfast bar. We make pasta. That's gotta be complicated, right? Cooked pasta noodles. You need raw pasta noodles, which are dried pasta noodles. Hang on. We need like a flattened pasta dough. To make pasta dough, you need a rock and pasta dough. To make pasta dough, you need flour and eggs. Okay, I can't do that. I don't have any chickens. Okay, so those are out of the question for now. What else can I cook? Yogurt meal? We can try making like a fruit yogurt. Bar. Fruit bars might be interesting. How do you make gelatin? Take raw gelatin. Mix with a juice portion. Does it matter what kind of juice? Don't tell me it has to be pumpkin juice. As if it has to be pumpkin juice. Oh, I'm looking at pumpkin gelatin. Okay, so raw gelatin. You simmer that with... There's pumpkin gelatin, there's fish gelatin, there's birch gelatin, maple, fish, honey, cassava, bell pepper. I'm looking for something I have. Apple gelatin. Okay. Ah, so you mix gelatin with apple juice. Apple gelatin. Okay, so we... Apple gelatin. We get apple gelatin. Mix it with some kind of fruit. And nuts. We do have like peanuts. Yeah. Or like a whole ass fruit with some syrup. It doesn't matter what kind of syrup, right? Also, how do you get syrup? I think I can make all these things, right? Do you actually not need yogurt at all? Okay, I thought you might. We're gonna make a fruit bar. Okay, so back to the gelatin. To make raw gelatin, simmer what's pre-gelatin? Pre-gelatin bone broth and bone. Or, yeah, okay, so what's bone broth? Just water and bones. Okay. Alright. To the science lab. Your cooking goal for your server is making a fried stuffed bell pepper. When you say fried stuffed bell pepper, fried stuffed bell pepper. Is that like a deluxe stuffed bell pepper? So you mix it with like a syrup. You simmer it. Make it fried. Or you fry it in oil. That's okay. Yeah, I got oils and lards. Okay, I got distracted. What do I need? I need bones. I got a few. Whoop. I should try pathogenic. Is that a mod? What are you telling me? Different game. Oh, okay. Oh, I have a liter of apple juice. I found the missing liter of apple juice. Alright, so what's pathogenic? Let me Google that real quick. 2D roguelike stick shooter. This is crazy looking. It's like it's one of the few genres like I barely ever touch. I mean, I like top-down shooters and bullet hells. I've dabbled in them. Done my gunbirds. All right, so bones and water. That will make bone broth. I imagine we need to cook it. All right, you're getting tired, taking it easy, gonna catch a few hours of sleep. All right, have a good night. So the game I'm looking at playing next is a game called Genosha. Whoops. Would you? There we go. What am I doing? Okay. You've got water in you. Here, go ahead, have a full bucket of water. We'll figure it out. Okay, we got the bone broth.
It's all your fault, Granddad.
So we drop the bone broth there. We take it, we put it in a bucket. Ow. I burned myself. I need an empty barrel. There we go. Bone broth. Good for years. Get you. We put you back on there. We cook some more bone broth. There's the bones. What's the game about? Genosha. Genosha is like a single person Among Us visual novel. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but it's basically like, I didn't want to spoil it for me, but I think there's some like random generation involved, so that like every time you play, like you don't know who the Nosha is. And what the game does is it puts you in like a time loop. And so you have to figure out who the Nosha is like multiple times as you unlock the story and solve the mystery and save the universe. Few liters of bone broth at a time. This can't be the most efficient way to do it. Put it in a jug. How many jugs do I got? We just got this jug and it's full of brandy. Or a pot. Do I have a pot? I've got a cauldron. Can I simmer in this? Copper. Whoop. I all capped at some point. Copper cooking pot. Can you simmer? Should be able to cook more in that. Yeah, we'll give that a shot. I'll speed things up. But yeah, so in Nosha, if I understand it, there's like a couple things going on. One, you've got like some kind of time loop aspect to it. So like each time you try to solve the mystery, you have to go back. Hang on. Need more water. You have to go back and solve it again. I guess you get like a little further each time, and after 100 loops of playing single player Among Us, you figure it out. No matching recipe. I mean, I tried. All right, progress. That's a different cauldron. Not sure about that one. I mean, like, I've got cooking pot. So the copper cooking pot I made by coppering a cooking pot. That's not a cauldron. This is a cauldron. Okay. I see where I made my mistake. So with this beast, 40 bones. Okay. Hang on. I need 40 buckets of water. Ouch. I need exactly one more bone. I'm having difficulty dealing with these levels of liquids. You're tired enough, you're gonna go to sleep, head out, have a good rest of your stream. Well, thank you. I think I will. Okay, you need more firewood. I need more firewood. We're going through it with the cooking. Also, how are you doing? Are you drying faster? I don't think you are. I think you're safer in the pit. That'll keep you expiring slower. All right, so we're gonna get the bone broth, right? Bone broth portions. We take that, we mix it with pre-gelatin. We need pre-gelatin. Bone broth with bones makes pre-gelatin. We need more bones. But let's see. Pre-gelatin, is that a simmering thing? Yeah. So it'll be done immediately after this. And how are you going, cheese? You're going great. One liter of water. Do you all have 1 liter of water? Splish splash. Water is infinite. We don't need to worry about that. Ready for more cheese? I'm multitasking. It's getting problematic. Okay. So we got bone broth. So now we take a couple buckets of bone broth. Boost that up to 20. Then we put a bunch of bones in there, right? 20, I assume. 5 liters of pre-gelatin. Okay, that's not very much. Alright. Now we're gonna cheese it. Gelatin comes from the processing of rendering fat and tallow. Yeah. I knew, like, bones were involved in the process. That part wasn't a surprise to me. What surprised me was, like, making bone broth and then using bones again to make the pre-gelatin. Yeah. I'll never forget the day I offered a vegan some fruit snacks. I was like, oh, you can't have this delicious meat snack I'm snacking on, because I'm always snacking on something. But I do have some backup fruit snacks, and they were like, can't eat those, they're not vegan. And I'm like, but fruit's in the name. And then I thought about it, and I was like, oh. Alright, pre-gelatin. Oh shoot, where do I keep the pre-gelatin? Here's a barrel. Alright. So we got this pre-gelatin. We combine pre-gelatin with bone and water to make gelatin. Okay. Do I have an empty barrel? We've got so many varieties of things. Alright. You give me the pre-gelatin. Five bones, give or take. Five waters. And what else do you need? Oh, but I want like a fruit gelatin, right? So I want apple gelatin. So instead of bones... No, I need the raw gelatin first. Okay. Bone, water. Oh, okay. That's a lot of bones and water. So if I've got 5 liters of that, I need 50 bones. Okay, I can't fit 50 bones in here. I can fit 41. And so, 40, and then splish. Flash. Did I not do my math right there? No, I didn't. Instead of 4 liters of water, I need much, much more. I need 40 liters of water. Okay. A lot of effort for fruit bars. All right, one more. $40 raw gelatins. Okay. Now these are numbers I can get behind. How are you doing? You're doing your cheese. You're being brandy. Be gelatin. Pick up my cheesecloth. Get back in here. Bottle up this brandy. Give me some corks. How much left do I have in there? 2 liters? I think that's 2 more bottles. I got you. Wait, how are you filled with water? You were supposed to fill with brandy. Does that mean I filled you with water? No, you were... Yes, I filled those with water. I'm bad at this. Splish, splash, splish, splash. There you go. Jug filled with brandy. And it's just 2 liters, so I can go 1, 2. And now you are an empty jug. And you are filled with booze, as nature intended. And bam, bam. I got some empty bottles in there. Get the bonus corks put away. Put the jug back here. You have gelatin. Alright, let's make some more raw gelatin while I can. So I've got like 1 liter of raw gelatin, which means I need 10 bones and 10 liters of water. We eat the cheese pie while we're doing this. Bone. I'm hoping we're going to be done with bone. These are going to be the last 10 bones I pick up with, so we'll go for the exact amount. Oop. Ten bones. 10 liters of water. Excellent. How's the cheese coming? Pretty good. I can put bone broth in some of these bottles. I bottled up all this vinegar, thinking that would, you know, mean something at some point. But, like, vinegar is one of the things we have infinite of. Okay, so raw gelatin's gonna come out of that, and we're trying to make apple gelatin. So and how much gelatin is this gonna make? And raw gelatins. We have 50 raw gelatins. So what we're 50 of these would be 5 liters of apple juice and 50 liters of water. Finally, you've done it. Tier 8 combat, Tier 3 monk. Congratulations. What's going on here? I'm trying to, like, dump all the gelatin in there. It's struggling at me. Are you guys not the same quality? What is happening? Okay, I can't stack more than 32 in there? Okay, back to the math. Apple gelatin. So 3 liters of apple juice and 30 liters of water. Okay. One, two, three. One, two, three. There we go. And more firewood. I am burning through firewood like crazy. I guess that's what happens when you become the greatest cook that's ever lived. I'm like one of those TikTok moms who's, you know, like, oh, you're not a good enough mom. You're just not trying hard enough. I'm making homemade fruit bars for my kids. All you have to do is wake up at 1 a.m. to start grinding bones into powder, simmering in to make bone broth, and then mixing that with with more bones to make pre-gelatin, and then boiling that to make gelatin. Have you tried just, you know, being some kind of unrealistic super mom, as if your full-time job was making fruit bars? You consider doing that instead of surviving? Anyway, what I'm saying is I'm a girl boss. Okay, so get apple gelatin. With the apple gelatin, we need actual fruit. Can I use anything? Also, I need syrup. Does it have to be syrup? Okay, how do I make syrup? By simmering apple juice. Okay. Let me get 2 more liters of apple juice in here. Or, sorry, let's get you in there. Then we need 20 liters of water. I have burnt myself. Okay, so back to the fruit bar. Fruit bar. So we take the apple juice we have, we simmer it into apple syrup. We mix that with the apple gelatin, any kind of fruit at all, and peanuts. Is that what I have to do? Is peanuts the only thing that's going to work here? I can cook the peanuts. Or have sunflower seeds. Peanut kernels. What's the most efficient use of peanuts? I mean, if like we eat them shell and all, that's probably the best way to do it, right? Seems to be like my only recourse. I don't have any sunflowers. Peanuts. Got peanut seeds. Alright, we got apple gelatin. So now we need to simmer some apple juice. And you know what? We're going to simmer it all. Get 15 in there. That will get us 3.75 liters of apple syrup. Hi, kitty. While you're doing your thing, I'm going to check on the sushi. Because, like, sushi might be, like, another thing we stick around to, like, try and make. 77% droid. That was, like, 3%. Fresh for 7 days, 6 days. 3 times 6 is 18. It's not gonna dry. That sushi is gonna be broken. I don't know how to dry the seaweed efficiently. I think that portion has just gone ahead and gotten ruined. Bone broth, what are you doing here? Hey, you feel something weird? Something's wrong. Everything just started getting blurry with your eyes. Gonna head out. Good luck, Silver Wolves. Hope they're doing okay. Time to put the symptoms into Dr. Google. Spontaneous blurry vision. Eye strain, dry eyes, medical emergencies. Prolonged screen time can temporarily lock your focusing muscles. Maybe. Ocular migraines. I mean, it seems like there are many, many different causes. I had to... Kitty? What are you doing? I need you to meow into the mic. You're gonna stuff your head in my head. You have to meow into the mic. Whoop! Ah. Lots of claws. Bye, kitty. We're getting so close to fruit bars. How many fruit bars is this going to make? So this is going to make 3.75 liters of syrup. That's more than enough. I can make 4 fruit bars because I have 4 peanuts. I may have gone a little over the top with the amount of gelatin I made. All right. We also need some other kind of fruit. I mean, I'm all about the lady apples. We'll try pears or apples. Like if we mix the apple with the pear, just give it some extra fruit variety. We'll see if that works. But if it doesn't work, well, shoot, I don't know. I just work here. Apple syrup. Get in the bucket. Because I'm immediately going to start cooking with you. Okay. Alright, 4 peanuts. With 4 gelatins? I don't know how to get like 0.4 liters there. Because I need 0.4 liters. How do I get that specific? Shift dump? Control dump? Control. Shift. Shift control. Shift right click, left click. How do liquids work? When placing liquids in this in controlled place, 1/10 that container's maximum capacity into a container. Okay, I think I've got it. So take this apple syrup, grab a bottle, boop. So we got 1 liter in here. So now control click. That didn't work. There we go. Okay, and we throw in some pears. And bam. As you can see, a perfect fruit bar. What have I done wrong? Got apple syrup. Only... Nope, pears should work. Made by kneading. I need a mixing bowl. Gotcha, gotcha. So, like, these aren't cooked. Okay. Oops. Okay. All right. This saucepan, congratulations, you've been elevated into a kneading bowl or a mixing bowl. Get the 4 here, the 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And not pears, peanuts. Makes a fruit bar. All right. And now we stir it up. It's a good looking fruit bar.
Thanks, Granddad.
We did it. You're welcome, Vinternacht. I've gotten you a delicious fruit bar. Have a great day at school. Fresh for 27 days. Saturation 100. Extra nutrients. There are extra nutrients in here. All right, I'm gonna eat one. Nom nom. That filled me up to full. Did I just perfectly time that? I am shocked that that filled me up entirely. But man, life is good. We are no longer surviving in Vintage Story, we are thriving. We got blue cheeses. We've got waxed cheddar cheese. We've got syrups and juices. And if I could, oh man. The only limiting factor on our fruit bars was really the amount of peanuts we had. So if we just had enough peanuts, we would have 50 fruit bars. Now I'm curious, how long does a fruit bar survive in here? 1.7 years. Oh. Okay, that's kind of worth it. Like 1 day of cooking. And let's say like 50 fruit bars come out of it. It's filling up nearly 1,000 satiety. So maybe you eat 2 a day. Like 50 fruit bars is like 25 days. It's like 3 in-game months. You know what? I'll leave this for somebody else. That's good to know. Like 3 in-game months worth of food for 1 day of work is pretty awesome. Fruit bars might be the way to go. Plus, like, just the sheer humor of giving somebody like in your village a fruit bar and being like, have a great day at school. Are those drifters bullying you again? Well, you walk right up to those drifters and say, I don't want to be bullied. That'll stop it. You know, normal parent things. And while they're getting bullied at drifter school, I'll just be chilling out, eating my cheese and meat pie with delicious cabbage. Ah. So. There's so much of this game we didn't really explore. I'm starting to feel like we're done. Like, there's more to do. Like, we could keep trying sushi until we get it right. So we, like, learn the sushi sciences. Hello. We never did, like, fully finish this, like, mechanical workshop. We got a pulverizer. Never really pulverized anything. My first playthrough, I was a tailor, and we'd use this to, like, smash things into dust that you need for pigment. We got this hellhammer that we've never actually used because I was like, we need to build a new smithy, like, down here. Mash seaweed. The seaweed goes bad if I don't use it. The correct way to handle bullies is to make it real weird and make it clear you don't want to be bullied. I mean, like, making it real weird is very effective. There was this a scuffle in, I want to say, Seattle, where, like, a guy dressed as a pirate was starting to, like, attack tourists. And then, like, a hero comes out of nowhere. And starts, you know, defending the tourist from the bully. And what that person did, or that person was a nudist. And so, like, a naked man attacked a pirate who was attacking tourists. And the pirate got, like, real weirded out. He didn't know how to handle the situation. No, you want to be bullied, not want to be bullied. Okay, hang on. Make it clear you want to be bullied. Just, like, give them a little moan when they twist your nipples. You're just like, and then they're like, oh, I don't know how to handle this. Okay. Dryable. Requires 12 days. So, it did feel like I had these going well before. I'm wondering if I split them up, maybe they'll dry better. It may have been that I didn't mash them into seaweed sheets fast enough before. True story. When you were a teenager, you were dressed as a vampire one Halloween, riding the back of a friend's truck, saw a werewolf crossing the street, hissed at him, he growled at you. At Halloween, people saw a vampire jump out of the back of a truck, get into a scuffle with a werewolf, and then both break off running. You into the truck and him into the woods. I mean, vampires and werewolves. It's what it be like. I'm Team Edward myself, so like I approve of the vampire get up. Like if you're gonna pick a side, like vampires are the coolest, right? Like werewolves are all right, I guess. But like I don't think at any point in my life I've ever been like, I want to be the werewolf. Oh wait, no, Killer Instinct for Nintendo 64. Saberwolf is pretty cool. Anyway, I'm trying to decide right now if this is the end of the Vintage Story playthrough, or if we want to keep going. I mean, like, I feel well established. Things are good. I might make like a tutorial video or two. I'll keep the world up for about a month if you want to like pop in and see things. Have you done any story stuff yet? Nope. I did some story stuff the first time I played through the game 3 years ago, and it wasn't complete. And so I think I'm gonna save the effort for like when the game is fully released. That's my plan anyway. I want to see the sunset. It's off in this direction. There's a bit of a glow to it. Oh, hey, a drifter. And so, like, I do plan on playing through the story eventually. Like, it'll be a big ordeal. It'll take time. Honestly, I think I'd need, like, a whole village. Like, this playthrough, it's been me and Silverwolves, and like the two of us, it took us, I don't know, over 100 hours to get here. If I prioritize like iron and steel or something, I should be in the steel age by now, and maybe that's enough to do whatever I need to do. I don't know. We never really got into steel, but I imagine you make a full steel plate mail and then you go smack everything. Ooh, I couldn't tell you it's going to be a hot minute for any stories in terms of story stuff. I mean, this is the first game I ever like revisited on stream, because it is a great game, and I do feel like I'll be back. But when I'll be back, who's to say? If it's anything like the last time, I'll be in the mood for it in another 3 years and we'll do it then. But right now, I gotta save up some survival crafting energy for Valheim. That's gonna be a good time. I intend to like dive into that super hard. All right. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I had a great time. Have a good day. And I think tomorrow it is likely we're going to start playing Notia, which I've heard things about. It's reviewed pretty positively, but it seems like a little known thing. All right, stick around. We'll find somebody to raid. Who do we raid? Who is cool? How many people are watching? Do I have enough people to raid? A decent amount. This person's playing hardcore Vintage Story. I considered that. And honestly, we would have lasted a decent amount of time. I think we might have lasted like a year, but we would have died to falling. You were just watching them? Penguin? Okay. Sorry, Peg and Wing. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.